Grant, the dairy industry is looking pretty promising.
It is, Rob, it is. I think the dairy industry this year, 2016, is going to be definitely one of the better years. We've got some great venison prices. Velvet prices are stepping up, not at the highest, but very good. And then the trophy industry is very well. The harvesting and the trophy business will be very well. So I think it's going to be one of our better years, 2016.
Now, how did you get into dairy farming? I mean, you're a guy that sells cars and trucks and V8 motors and bits.
Well, it steps back about 15 years ago. My cousin's into the farming business, and we were sitting there one time having a drink after some motor racing actually, and he said about he had his property there, beautiful place. I said, we need some deer out there, and he goes, well, yeah, you buy the deer and we'll use our property. So it went from there to now being not quite a hobby anymore, that's for sure.
So you're stud farming?
We are, yes. Our main program is for us to breed some good deer for trophy and for the harvesting of that for the trophy business. So, and velvet. So we work on both that, trophy and velvet.
Well, they go hand in hand, surely, because it's all to do with antlers.
They do to a certain degree. With the velvet, you want good weight and good length. Whereas with the trophy, you're after multiple points. So a wee bit different in the breeding program, but reasonably similar.
So you obviously hand-pick which animals are going to go velvet and which ones are going to go antler.
We do, yeah, we do. Try to weed that out at the 2-year mark on if they're going to be a good trophy or if they're going to be good velvet. And then if they're not going to be good in a trophy program, then a lot of times that they'll go into the venison program. So yeah, a bit of a juggle, and it's hard to pick at that early stage too. You can run them through the 3 and 4 year old and they blossom, but 9 times out of 10, 2 to 3 year olds, you can pick your weights and decide which slot they go into.
Top of the line, Grant, though, they're getting some pretty good prices.
They are, Rob. This year's been pretty amazing. Some of the sales throughout New Zealand, they're getting up to $130,000, $140,000 for some of these top 3-year-olds. Very good for the industry, really good for the deer industry to see people are so positive and paying those prices for some pretty amazing animals.
And the females, are they attracting good attention?
Absolutely, yeah. The hinds, the hind program's going really well, and I wasn't at all the auctions this year, but I could see from our feedback that the prices were still very strong there. And it's the genetic mix that you've got to have spot on. And getting that good hind and that good stag group is the key to the good success. And seeing some of these animals now getting up to 800 inches. Years ago, having a 500-inch animal was the goal and the key, but now that's the norm. These guys are now getting some amazing inches out of the animals, that's for sure.
Now, the trophy industry had a wee bit of a cloud over it because people didn't really totally understand it, but it's gone mainstream now.
Well, Rob, as I say to people, in the trophy industry, that animal gets looked after better than any other animal that I'm aware of. Is it's well brought up, it's well looked after, it's fed with the best possible feed, and like I saw, we do have an end, but it may be on a nice sunny slope there. They're really well looked after, so people's perception of anything else is not 100% by any means.
Well, compared to going to a slaughterhouse, for the want of a better term, it's got to be a nicer way to go.
Well, that's true. We have the sheep and cattle and everything that go through that normal process. So being well looked after, well fed, and crikey, some of the farmers, because the values of these things, I think they all but sleep in the shed with them sometimes to look after those animals. So they definitely would get looked after.
So the season's been kind?
The season's been good so far. We're moving into sort of mid-January at the moment. We've got some good growth. We've had some great inches of rain in the Canterbury and North Canterbury area, South Canterbury. So far so good. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but I'd like to think we can continue on. I think they're talking southern in the next few days, a bit of rain, so we'll cross fingers, keep that nor'west away.
Now, I know that you did a lot of work helping North Canterbury farmers and doing all sorts of wonderful things. The latest thing is looking at share farming.
Yes, Rob, that's a thing that's been really well followed up by the Rural Support Trust, is the share farming program through the north and south. With the North Canterbury farmers having a bulk of their great stock that they don't want to get rid of, and working together with our South Island, with the South Canterbury farmers, if they've got some area down there, I know that they sure want to know about it. And so if there's anybody down there that can get up to the north, get the north guys down there, be perfect. So yeah, the share farming, great idea, love it.